So last year, I made a video about top 10 F2P weapons as a response to a player that got exposed to sponsored creators. It actually performs well even though it never reached 10k views. But at least that video was really helpful for you guys. Now we're currently at Zombie Hero Classic, which is more F2P friendly for new players. But we won't even talk about that game mode because some of you guys might still need to play Zombie Seed, full of trends and epic weapons. And we also had to make a rules that in order to put these weapons on the list, the weapon must be obtainable anytime, appears in Mileage Auction with a cheap price, or by simply grinding through CP shop. So here are the top 10 F2P weapons in 2025 on Counter-Strike Nexon. So let's start with the number 10. We have Plasma Gun, a futuristic assault rifle that already exists since Counter-Strike Nexon peak day. It was really popular during that time. Over time, Plasma Gun received some buffs such as plus 6 enhancement along with weapon part support. With Gun Boost 6, this weapon is absolutely broken during the mid game of Zombie Z. You just need mutation level 10 and a camping spots just to earn a lot of kills with this thing. But the problem is that Plasma Gun could dry out faster, which is why it was listed on number 10. Next, we had Cyclops, a hairdryer that seems like a mid pistol. It even recently got added to the CP shop and Mileage Auction. But why would I recommend this pistol by putting it at number 9? Because this weapon was decent enough to kill some zombies, as you can see here, where I voluntarily walk into the zombies without any problem. And the reason why Cyclops fit onto this list is that you need a special mutation called Desperado to make Cyclops completely broken on Zombie Z, which is why it fits on this list. I just simply use the right mouse button to unleash its special attack, allowing me to kill the zombies with this hairdryer. But remember that it actually dried faster, so you will need to rely on supply box in order to survive with Cyclops. Previously, I put this weapon on number 9 spots, but as of 2025, Lesser Reaper was still relevant after all, which is why I put it on number 8. They actually serve as a better version of Reaper where you could also throw your Lesser Cutter into the zombies by holding your right mouse button a little bit longer before you release it to hit the zombies with it. It's still recommended for Zombie Z and was convenient for camping and will most likely irreplaceable. If you want to find it, you can get it from the CP shop by choosing the special Transcendence weapon box. So, if Reaper acts as your saver on Zombie Z, then you also wanted to try Ignite 7. A minigun that were based off the Tin Man machine gun. Previously, I put this weapon on number 2 but got demoted into number 7 because more weapons keep getting added that could easily power creep this minigun. With just Gun Boost 6 and Vampiric, you will most likely become invincible, and if you also got Machine Gun Master, then you will have a high chance to survive with this minigun by just simply camping till you increase your mutation a little bit further before you're shifting into the next one. I personally enjoy this and I still use it whenever I play Zombie Z, which become the main reason why Ignite 7 still appears on this list. Speaking about grenade, back then, I used to put Ignite 10 thanks to its weapon part support that I usually broke it to stack my weapon with power up and critical. But this time, we've got something better than Ignite 10. So Satellite Mine is the one that we're talking about. You see that this grenade got added to the CP shop and auction? It even has its own dedicated pane and becoming the first grenade that support a weapon pane. Satellite Mine deals a high damage if a zombie steps on it, while it also prevents them to move. But you also need the great timing to deploy this mine. If you ever drop it while there's only one zombie in front of you, it feels wasted as you're forced to find a supply box to resupply it, as you're only carrying 2 Satellite Mine in your inventory. You might wanna bring some other weapons that already mentioned back then if you ever wanted to use Satellite Mine as your main grenade in zombie mode. Now let's head back into secondary weapon. Just like Cyclops, where you need a Desperado mutation to make it broken for Zombie Z. So Windwalker had to rely with this mutation. This shuriken was likely inspired by Genji from Overwatch 2. It's easy to use, but it was extremely risky unlike Cyclops. Because in order to use the Windwalker, you really need to get close to the zombies as Windwalker was a close range weapon, especially if you're only prioritizing right mouse button. It even took me 3 shots just to get a better footage for Windwalker. The best thing about Windwalker is that if you keep using it, It will fill up an energy bar as shown on my crosshair here, where it allows me to go berserk with Windwalker for a few seconds, as it temporarily gave me infinite ammo just to sweep off these zombies. To get Windwalker, it has the same requirement as Lesser Reaper, where it can be found through CP Shop by choosing the special Transcendence weapon. If the first two secondary weapon needs a desperate imitation, Laevateinn did really need those things, because Laevateinn deals a decent damage while it also filling up a gauge bar. The gauge bar itself is served with two types of special attack. Starting with the first one, where you need at least around 25% of your Laevateinn energy to unleash an electric area, where it will remove a slow debuff on yourself, while it also create a small shield to push away some zombies. But if you max it out, you will create a paralysis area instead, where it will form a small circle that will prevent the zombies to do anything, including hitting you, as they got paralyzed for a few seconds. At the same time, paralysis area also serves as a lifesteal, where you could also drain the zombie HP to restore your health, making Laevateinn the endgame version of every weapon with vampiric weapon parts, even for zombie scenario. Now here comes the top 3 weapon on this list. So we've got Felnab. About it used to become my signature weapon around 2021 till 2023. The reason why I like Felnab is that Felnab can actually detect the zombie's position. At first, it seems like a legal wall hack, right? But that's actually become the main selling point of Felnab when it got released for the first time. Even if Felnab had a decent damage, it could also be given to your teammates, as Felnab doesn't have a spare ammo, making it efficient for weapon drop. With just holding your right mouse button, you can spot the zombie's position only if they get close to you. This charge attack could also penetrate through the wall, giving some wallbang to the zombies. It's also effective against Rusty Wing, as she easily got stunned if you ever hit her with her charge attack. If you had Ishmael, your Felnab will be broken, as it has a better penetration through the zombies while using the charge attack. So this melee weapon used to hit the number 1 spot thanks to its steel ball, but unfortunately it got demoted into number 2 because Demolition Hammer becomes common thanks to the CP shop itself, where it got featured in special Transcendence box alongside Lesser Reaper and Windwalker. But anyway, Demolition Hammer was still worth after all and won't get replaced, as it's already broken since it got released for the first time. Even if I had Tyrant Mace, Demolition Hammer still couldn't beat it, and most likely won't even get power creep by some new melee weapon. So, are you guys ready to see the number 1 spot? So, the best F2P weapon ever on this list was Devastator! Machine gun that frequently got banned in zombie mode, where you could commonly see a room with a title called No Spam, as Devastator was infamously known for its missile spam. It even got recharged by itself, even if you drop it, making Devastator sit on the number 1 spot. The missile itself could also penetrate through a wall, but as of 2025, it already got nerfed but has a short penetration. But still, Devastator became the best weapon ever. Even it's still used by some people in zombie scenario if they don't even have an epic weapon. So with just around 100,000 mileage, you'll already have this weapon permanently, making your experience with zombie mods much easier with Devastator. And so that's every F2P weapons on this list. If I ever made a mistake, let me know in the comment down below. If you agree with my opinion, leave a thumbs up on this video, and if you're looking for more Counter-Strike Nexon guides, you could check out my playlist here.